And I'm up. Hey, Spencer. Hey, I'm up. Hey, Rui. Yeah. Yeah, I just finished lunch. So My throat is still trying to warm up. And I'll try my best to read dialogue. Oh yeah. We'll continue the story. There will be a change on the character I'm gonna be going for though. Oh yeah. Oh, I think we're at the point of Oria's training the MC thing. Uh, Mari, hi. How are you doing? Fine. Let me just pick something on chat. Put this on windowed. I'm gonna guess my YouTube is saying that there's a problem with the bitrate for the audio again. But yeah, I'm doing fine. I'll try to read every dialogue, quote unquote try. My throat is gonna die, but like we'll see. Oh, well, I think what was that Parade of Fools? Thank you. I just got a tip. Thank you for the tip. Thank you for the dono. Hey, Parade of Fools. And thank you for the dono. I'll be going to either food fund or pay for the bill. It was the next morning. We're back at the office. Came insisted that Orius handle my training today. Despite trying to wriggle out of it, Orius had no choice but to take up the mantle of my. uh, Nick, Nicole, Nicolette. Hi. So who you like? I like Orius, but I think there's no route for him right now. So been so long. Yeah. I mean, I've always liked the tsundere guys in any otome games I play. Mm-hmm. I think only my boy Valifar has a route in the race. Yeah, it's yeah, yeah. I thought there was gonna be a route for everyone, but hey, one by one being released, that's fine. I don't mind. Well, we'll go for Balifar then. Oh, hey, Zuko. The Soon Prince or the Frozen Hearted Prince from the North. Yeah, yeah, hi, Zuko. Yeah, we're hanging out with Orias right now. I'm happy he got his route. Hey, nice. Yeah, I'll try my best to get Balifar's route and good ending if I can. And it's gonna be purely blind, so yeah. There's gonna be a lot of saving and then reloading if I need to. You done with the first route? No, no, it's we're changing routes because the only route that exists in the game right now is Balifar's. That's the only one that's released at the moment. They're gonna one by one release the routes. I'm not sure when they're gonna release another one. So yeah. So we're going for the guy with the tan skin for now. I mean, I do like him as well. I am curious about Balafar, so that's something. Uh, yeah. I do argued against having such an unwilling instructor, but both of us lost to the bespectacled man. I went there. Uh, and Reapers were immune to this type of thing. What in the world did angels put in their liquor? Oh, she has hangover. You'll spend a couple of hours in training, then you can go have lunch with the others. After lunch, you'll go to. Excuse me? I thought you said I didn't have to go there. Just because I went with those timeshare people? I won't do it again, I promise. He pinched the bridge of his nose and puffed angrily. Just stop and listen. You aren't being sent to hell. But you deliver people to the gates or, well, reception area. We get to go to heaven too. Well, that is very unexpected. So once we're done with the route that is currently available, we have to wait for the new route to come out. And it they are like I'm not sure how many they are working on the game, so no, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do. So I understand that it's gonna be one by one, which is fine. Don't mind. Because I don't think they're a big group like other AAA otome games that we have. Oh, they don't like it when our kind hang around for long. He was sounding a little evasive, and I couldn't help but think he was hiding something. Those they don't like us hanging around hell either, but at least they're more direct about not liking us. In heaven, there is a persistent sentiment of holier than thou. It's annoying. See, suppose being in the afterlife doesn't change human behavior. Aren't angels supposed to be free of villain? So that's what makes it worse. They genuinely believe they are better than us. Damn. I hope it isn't that long, and I hope we don't forget about this game as well. I believe it'll be fine. I've dealt with enough snobbery while I was live. Sayre isn't like that, at least. That's why we let him hang around around us. Enough talk. Let's get your weapon and start teaching you how to use it. For that, walked over the vending machine and got me one of those cold coffee. This will help. Malifar did warn you about drinking too much. I didn't drink too much. Yeah, sure. You just said you have a headache. Hey, Patato. But still, I took the opportunity to let myself smile when he looked away. Whatever positivity I had felt towards him earlier was caution. My anxiety? This room was so empty. Did he bring me here to kill me? I walked around in circles, and the taps of my footsteps echoed. Arias had told me to wait here until he returned with my weapon, but it was boring. Where is he? Hard to walk in circles, one foot in front of the other, just as he walked in. I wondered how training would go. Would I be fighting Arias? I gripped the hilt of an imaginary sword and swung my invisible weapon before me. Okay. I could not look him in the eye. I was just taking a look around the place. Yes, oh, a wide expanse of nothing, that is. He narrowed his eyes with dismay, but for once had the courtesy to not follow. Hi, about we're up with the guys. Training, apparently. This is a stick. Slash the air away from me, if you would be so kind. I looked at him skeptically, but was I to refuse? Although I was tempted to wield my weapon towards him. Okay, MC. I behaved and drew the stick through the air. Out came a chain sight. Huh. I got a little too excited and the blade almost circled back towards me. Girl, with a flex of Boreas's fingers, the blade still then dropped downwards. Yeah, what he said. I did not think you would be trashing it about like a wild animal. Pardon me for attempting to have a little faith in you. Damn. Oh, 7 streak. Hey, Rowie. He's streak. So I did. Anyway, best to put it into practical use. You said you were skilled in combat, correct? Hello. Cool. This room can turn into any amount of environments. Let us see what we can work with. He walked over to some sort of panel, and I heard some beeps from where he was pressing on it. Oh, faster than a blink, we were in what looked like a city, much like the one I'd been to earlier. Okay, your job is to strike down targets. They'll have a red aura to them. Red aura? I'll be able to see it? Yes, your full powers will take time to realize themselves, but sight is something that comes to you automatically. Sight? Wherever you are, you will be able to see supernatural beings. Those with red auras are wandering spirits. This is a test simulation, so it has been artificially reproduced. Oh, neural audio? Wait, didn't realize that. Uh, that's why YouTube has been telling me there's a problem. Uh, okay, I think I know why. There we go. uh, uh, probably up it a bit. There you go. I think that fixes that. Yep, okay. Yeah, let me just fix the YouTube side. Oh. How strong the ARIES will actually be to you in the real world will depend on your own innate ability. Lovely. I couldn't help but eke out a dry reply, considering I had absolutely no idea how my innate ability could even be. What if there was something there at all? When that the first start came into view. Do I just swing like this? It was difficult to gauge my strength while I was able to slice the apparition. Two, the blade swung back towards my feet once more. Arias sighed and stayed my side once more. Do you want me to take it back from you? Not my fault. I spoke through gritted teeth as I struck another target that swooped down on me. Haven't had the chance to practice. I believe that trial by combat's the best practice. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Not like it's not like that's how I learned in FF14, but there you go. To become a good boxer, if you're a noob, just go fight. I mean, Automon. Yeah. I mean, I learned how to tank in FF14 by trial by fire as well, so I think you need to change your belief. I ducked down mid-sentence to whack at yet another apparition. If I wasn't so absolutely irritated at him, I would be terrified at the prospect of actually having to do this one day. Huh. Funny to hear from you. Look, just copy me. Took out his own sight, leapt into the air, and took out 3 apparitions at once. Show off.
I'm just teaching you. Learn faster, pupil.
Damn. Despite his tone, I knew that he was saying what he was saying was true, and I tried to learn as fast as I could. Eventually, I started to get the hang of when to draw my blade back, how much force to expel, and how to wield it. Nice. I'm a pro. No, you're not yet a pro, MC, but okay then. Whatever floats your boat. Don't message. Huh? What message? Try refreshing if anything easier. Of course, I was still a beginner, but ARIES had to intervene a little less often. Or surviving, not the same thing. Damn. Your instincts are good, but you need better control of your weapon. Damn it, Twitch. Yeah, it happens. I'm used to swords, not this chain thing. Can I have a sword? No, this is built with special properties and we do not use swords. Damn. Do not hurt the ones with blue aura. Huh? Oh, it was too late. Congratulations, you just destroyed the soul of an innocent child. Damn. But I didn't mean it. Didn't warn me in advance. I was pardoned. This is now what a pro would do. Maria seemingly took pity on me and pressed a few buttons on the panel, which turned the room back normal. I did well today. I'll let you off the hook for the afternoon training just this once. Hey, Errol. I should hope you can make it to at least 3rd place one day. Oh, you think I can take first? Would love to see you try. Damn, okay. Oh, hey Shizu. For the lurk. Well, I hope to persuade ARIES about my potential to defeat him during lunch. He took his leave the second he had seen me off back at the off. Oh. I killed it. You really start with that? Oh, that happens. Okay. Has it happened to you? Probably. Okay. What a line! I know! What a line! I turned away, shoulders shaking from obvious laughter. Go ahead, laugh. My apologies. Recovered rather elegantly and patted my shoulder with sympathy. If you aren't preoccupied, shall we have lunch together? He chuckled and I noted that his laughter was a lovely velvet rumble. Also, who starts a conversation like that? I know! We went to the cafeteria downstairs, which to me was no different from an elegant restaurant. Aim ordered a couple of sandwiches for us, and we took our seats somewhere less busy. I had yet to get used to the stares everyone passing by gave me, but he kindly blocked my view of others when he could. Is ARIES going to rough on you? I let out a long exhale and chuckled. No. He laughed harder. Okay. I mean it, although he would give me more instructions. Been like a trial by fire. I mean that is what he intended to do. I see. He is a fan of the tough love method. Tough love. Or what's the love? You can have one of the others take over if you'd like. That would mean surrendering. Oh. Oh, okay, then I'm gonna be saving on that. That's alright, I could keep up with him. I like to see that spirit. My limbs are still intact, at least. I wasn't expecting this type of weapon. I was thinking I'd get a sword or something more pointy and less swingy. I made a jabbing gesture and poked my finger into his bottle of water. Ah yes, chain sights are specially crafted for us. You must be careful with it, or it can hurt anyone. Papers included. Should we be handling something so dangerous? You're the only ones that can. Consider it an occupational hazard. Seeing as you are still in one piece, I think you'll do just fine. There was a beep from his pocket. Took out his device and glanced at me before reading the message on it. He was teasing me again, wasn't he? My sincere apologies. I asked you to lunch, but here I am having to leave early. I'll see you later. Oh, there he goes. Oh, I was meaning to ask you about hell. Oh, well, you missed your chance. My bites turned into smaller nibbles as my appetite waned. Same sandwich remained to keep me company, sad and finished. Oh. Game had sent the pawn downstairs to save me from awkwardness of being alone in the room, full of people who were talking about me. He had seen me back off at the office, where ARIES swiftly set us on our way to the next item in the schedule. You could ask how my lunch was. Why? I've had the food here. Perhaps that's a form of courtesy? You asked me how mine was? Yeah, the point. Yeah, the point. Yep. Point taken. Okay, how was your lunch? I didn't eat. Okay. Thankfully, Sir passed by and brought the awkward conversation to an end. No, there he is. And where are you two going? Hell. Okay. Ah, good luck with that, especially you, I know. Okay. I've never been to hell before, which is a very good thing in your case. Are we going through that door again? That's right. Look at you. You actually got a brain in there. Yeah, okay. Okay. One way to call her dumb. Okay, then. Rude. So here we just say our location again. Can't control the time we go to, so... Wait, can you hold my hand? Although it wouldn't be my first time through this, my nerves still fluttered at the thought of traveling across dimensions and time once again. Even worse was the fact that we would be going down below hell. I was still afraid that he'd change his mind and leave me there. Never mind. Dash my hand, okay. You're going to ask and commit to it, alright? Okay. Snapped at me, but he couldn't look me in the eye either. You're blushing? You want to go to hell alone? No. I got shy. I know, yeah. Be quiet and don't make fun of the man that's taking you there. Okay. He then faced the door, and as quickly as he could, I squeezed his hand back tightly, letting it anchor me as we traveled to a realm that would be far less friendlier than all the others we saw together. Although the breeze on my face was warm, his hand was even warmer. Oh, here we go. Well, that's a sight to see when you first get into hell. Is okay. From the distance, we saw a man getting ruffled by the collar and dragged into the lobby. On an introduction to hell. Don't tell me you were expecting sunshine and daisies. Well, no, but if roses would liven up the place. Had an iron grip on Arisa's hand still, and my nails had dug in when I saw the man doomed to perpetual, well, doom. Alright, so we have to go over here. Usually this is where we process. Oh, push me. The figure that had gone into the lobby came into view, although bereft of one screaming soul. Oh! Yeah, I was stopped here today? Yes, as it were. Why is she here? I gave ARIES an accusatory stare and then looked at our joint hand. ARIES let go as if he had been burned and my own hand behind my back. No, she has to bring her souls here eventually, doesn't she? Me, this isn't part of a training. Then why is Arya subjecting me to this? Well, typically not in the very first day. It's part of my training. Oh, I didn't. She's right. This really is trial by fire, almost literally. What? You said almost. You're not going near any fire. We won't let that happen to you. Unless... I mean unless... Cleared his throat and pushed up his glasses, and I swore I could see his lenses flash a warning. If you can head back without me, I have talked to Bills about influx coming in soon. Oh.
Quite the merry one.
Do all Reapers have such dark humor? While they shared a laugh, my stomach churned at the thought of more screaming souls like the last one. Toss away forever in agony. I suppose one becomes habituated over time. I suppose they all deserved it, right? We were not planning on waiting for you, as it were. Ria's ill manners snapped me back to the conversation, and I spoke up in defense of... I would have waited. But I am the boss today, so you get no say. A tyrant. That case, abhorrent manners aside, I will see you two after work. I get to decide my after hours, right? Yes, because I am not actually a tyrant. Doubtful. Game was about to make his exit. I realized there was something I was still dying to know. I want to ask what happened to that man. He's fallen into the pit. The receptionist here will be sorting out his duration and punishment logistics in the meanwhile. Oh. Bessie not worried too much. I really do hate to be a prop, but there is some work I need to do. Okay, there he goes. I was scared. To see someone meet their fate right before my eyes was terrifying. This is what my friend felt seeing me when I had been executed. I shuddered. Bit too much. Yeah. I think that is enough for today then. Don't I have to learn to do hellish thing? Throwing people into pits, doing paperwork. Can wait another day. I might get in trouble for overworking the new recruit. He wrapped on my head in what I assume would be the closest thing to an affectionate gesture I would receive from him. Okay. He gave her at bats, okay. Or just ruffled her hair. It did reassure me though. He was looking out for my well-being. Just happened to be in the most asshole way possible. Well, that's him. I was used to being spoiled by Felix with all smiles and adoration. This just was a different way of friendship that I would have to get used to. Or so I assume. Might just be inventing this one-way friendship I had. But that was neither here nor there right now. I was in the midst of my training and had to learn the ropes as quickly as I could. Hi there on the YouTube chat. Hi. Twitch, yes, I do also stream on Twitch. Might be best if we do not go for the time being. Why not? They do not like you very much, so you are not allowed there. And the truth comes out. Fine, that's not fair. Is it not? You're right. It was entirely fair. I was just upset about it. All things considered, I'd be lucky if I even saw the gates of heaven from a distance someday. You aren't missing much. Come on. Around that even says better than anyway. No, you can be nice after all. You glared at me, okay? Get too comfortable. He deflated after being rebuked, but stuck close to him all the same. The experience had worn me out more than I expected, and it was the only familiar face I had. On our way back, while I didn't need to hold his hand again, he held it out for me without a word. Looks like the others aren't ready yet. Suppose not. Round my car today, since I figured this might happen. Drive me home. Wondered how much of this ARIES had accounted for, and what made him still decide to go through with it. Can't tell if he was considerate or not. He seemed the type to charge ahead and try to patch up the consequences later. It's hard to keep up with him. Can rest up before we hang at Eve. Can I get some work done? No, let's get you home for now. No, you can be... Don't. Okay. There just was no use trying to be his friend. It was all one-sided after all. Never mind, you're just mean. Damn. Good. Get it into your head. Damn, okay. I can see why he did not drive often. He was like a monster. Oh no! It was like they released a demon from hell in the form of ARIES and unleashed him onto this realm. I mean, whatever fears had been alleviated swiftly returned as I dug my fingers deep into the seat. I did not realize that driving could be so loud. It was like he was unleashing whatever frustrations he had on the road. You're a very rough driver. Want to try doing it yourself? No, thank you. As terrible as his driving was, I would rather take my chances with him. It's still better to learn, but I will not be your teacher. Should hope not. I think you would be yelling at me more than teaching me. I think I would actually guess you would probably deserve it. Damn. Never claimed to be a good teacher. Crossed my arms and decided that pursuing conversation with him was pointless. I was so irritated that I had forgotten. Seen and tell that I had witnessed. Was he riling me up on purpose to make me forget about it? This was the same man who had thrown me into a training simulation with a very pointy weapon and no instructions. He was just a very prickly man, wasn't he? Adiba, hi. Hi there on the YouTube chat. He had been dropped off, as promised, and was now soaking in the tub. Damn. Living her life, I see. Seer had shown me all the different types of bad products that he had purchased for me. and I had fun combining the different scents. Oh. Although they were starting to make me sleepy. Just as I was about to drown in my own bathtub, I heard a knock at the door at the same time as I heard my phone ping. Oh. I scrambled to put on some clothes and scampered to the door as... Oh, hey, Dean. My Frank bro is already dead. Why worry about driving slowly? Yeah. Hey, Dean. How was RE? How was RE Requiem? Yeah. I was RE. I think I saw you with Cole. What part of RE are you on now, Dean? Currently close to the end. Oh, nice. That was fast. Wait, when did you start actually? Like, are you on the part where you're looking for Grace as Leon? Started 4 hours ago today. This was the third session. Oh, yeah, it was fast. Yeah, the fast run. Didn't know that the game was that short. But we ended after finding Grace. Ah, okay, so we found Grace already. Oh, yeah, thank you for the raid. And if you need to raid and run, feel free to do so. If it's like late for you and you need to go and get some sleep. It's been a ride. I can guess because I have seen other people play the game. I have seen the gameplay. Yeah, thanks for the raid, and yeah, we're playing an otome game today. Well, there's only one route that's been released so far. This is a new release, so yeah. Game is still in early access, so there's that. The lights are gone now at your house. Not often, but if there's like a very bad storm, then it could. Thankfully, not yet. In the recent years. It probably would have been better for me to tie back here so that it didn't soak my shirt. But like, find anything to do that with. Guys are all at my door, even ARIES, although it's at the back, like usual. They blinked at me, probably taking in my haphazard appearance. Fawn was softly blushing. What's going on through his head, girl? What are you guys doing here? Maria said you couldn't stop crying, so we decided we would just spend time here with you. What's that crying? What? What did he say to you guys? He looked back at me with a smug grin. Wanted nothing more than smack his little smirk off his face, but given that this was not the best place for it, Oh, was he winding us up now? Wow, okay. Looks like you do care after all. Smiled back towards Aureus with a sweet smile. Maybe teasing him back could be my method of revenge. Stepped aside so all the boys could file in, and my home suddenly became a lot warmer. There are idiots who dragged me here. Hmm? Why? Why, Yuki? What is it? What's your name? I mean, it's on my channel. It's on my channel name. Are there that kind of characters in this game? Not sure because I only played the demo and there were barely any those kinds of characters. So I'm not sure. I only played the demo back then, like almost a year ago. And this is the release. This is the early access where there's only one route so far that they released. That's where I want to choke that kind of man. Okay. Yuki, be careful. Maybe the man is into that. You won't know if maybe the guy is into that, though. Yes, we'll see. I was about to say Introduce American magic, damn. No one likes us soon. Or yes, hey. Hey, Saban. About that. What the fuck is that? That's not true. You know, right? That's not true. So uncultured. Damn. I know anyone like that.
We have brought you hot cocoa. I shall prepare some for all of us to share this evening.
So, the route that we're going for is Valifars because that's the only route we have right now. That's oh, yeah, the guy with the tan skin. That's the route we're going with for now. Yeah, it's partially voiced. And it's in English, so yeah. I do like the voice that they gave the characters. It's not fully voiced. That is fine. And I appreciate that it is partially voiced because you get the idea. You kind of have an idea of how their personalities are just by the voice that you will hear from them. And we're going to teach you to use your appliances this week, alright? Voice acting comes in at very random times. Yeah, which is fine. It's okay. I hope they'll add more to the voice acting as time goes on. I know it's gonna be difficult because it's also gonna cost a lot on talent fee if ever they have that arrangement with the base. You haven't tried it yourself yet, right? Haim walked into the kitchen, inspecting the surroundings as he tapped his chin. Well, nothing appears to be broken, so... I am offended that you think of me to be so reckless. I mean, you threw your phone on the first day because you thought it was like some kind of possessed thing. Probably if it's early afternoon, yeah. I haven't really asked the devs themselves about the voice acting, like how they're gonna go with it. So yeah, I haven't really asked them. I throw one watch and you paint me as a crazed, destructive woman. Unbelievable. Hey, I think that just makes you more fun to be around. The rest of these guys are boring, stick in the muds. Yeah. I find that I am very interesting. I looked around for affirmation and all eyes started away. Gave him an encouraging nod out of pity and brightened up. To be fair, the concept of an angel was genuinely interesting to me. These men were too used to this strange world. I'll put on a movie for us. Here, go get some blankets. Aina, you don't mind if we stay in, right? Not at all. I appreciate the company, even ARIES. I'm flattered. It was dry as ever, yet we all still laughed. It was the start to a very cozy evening after a very long day. Yay! Watching movies with the boys, I see. For the first time, or as far as I recall, I felt touched. On Wi-Fi husband. So it's an otome game. But yeah. Like I had finally found something that could be a kid family. First are unattached. I had said that, but I could still dare to hope, right? Oh, we're on chapter 3. Nice. A lady and 5 guys behind her. I think I've seen something like that before. Potato, no. Oh, we're hanging out with Valifor. Oh, I think I know this. Oh, I think I remember this from the demo. Depression. Okay then. Let me do it myself. The fucking image just went into my brain and like, oh, patata, no. In the blink of an eye, a week had already passed. My training alternated between each of the reapers. Not just yours. I would train in the morning, go to lunch with some of the guys, or Lilia when they were too busy. After that, in the afternoon, they taught me the process of the reap, but I had yet to ask with this. Well, except for a game, tossing that man into hell. It was like an uncomfortable, intrusive thought that forced an unpleasant itch in my throat whenever I recalled it, but one I needed to get used to. And fast, since I'd be going to see my first execution today. Not an execution, but accompaniment to the other side, was it called?
How are you feeling?
Fine! Totally fine!
That was perfect. That was perfect, also cute. I felt like I had swallowed a net full of butterflies and was struggling to keep them contained in my
You
throat.
sound anything but fine. I can't blame you.
The scenery around us was so beautiful, but had such a sad task ahead of us. I think Balifar could tell I was dragging my feet, even though he had long strides. He slowed his pace for my sake. That sounded convincing. Yeah. Of course, even if my stamina was now stronger than ever, it was my heart that lay heavy in my chest. Even in that, perhaps, was my greatest burden. I wanted to be more rational than emotional, but I found I'd wanted to give way to the ladder more
Have
often.
you read the file for this case?
I have not. Said it was particularly tragic, so I was afraid. Considering I had a tragic end myself, I should be a bit more prepared for such matters now. But I was told our companion today would be a child. Ha 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 ha! There were some things I think one could never never be
It is a
used.
sad tale. Are you sure you don't wish to know now to prepare yourself?
He stopped walking, turned fully to face me. Concern along with pity was reflected in his eyes, and I couldn't bear to look into them any longer. Alright, tell me. He regarded me for a little while longer, but began to walk ahead again while speaking.
Timmy grew ill one day. His parents are from a rural area, not well educated, but desperate for their child to grow better. So they handed him a quack that fed him nothing but water, disguised as medicine.
A rage I had long quelled rose up beside me again. I bit out of my cheek and focused on my steps.
He was doing this to many families, to patients of all ages. How he got away with this, I have no idea.
Library? I offered this with not, but Forrest shared a sight of disgust with me and ran a hand through his hair.
Most likely, I'm afraid. The man had lined his pockets well enough. While stealing from helpless families, naturally most of the patients withered away. His entire operation would move from town to town.
My jaw clenched tightly as my fingernails dug into the flesh of my palm. I could picture this happening all too clearly in my head. I wish that this tale was beyond belief, but no better. And did none of the workers say anything?
They did not.
How despicable. Suppose they suffered from absolute poverty as well. Therefore, should anything happen to their own, what would happen to me? Family. Suppose that is why it's easy for others to watch someone suffer. I've never been in that position though, so I have no right to say anything. Still, I just can't imagine letting such an atrocity happen before my eyes. Apologize, this isn't directed towards you.
I do not mind. Although, it should be directed at me.
He added this so quietly. I figured it wasn't meant to respond. However, how do I approach Timmy?
Talk to him gently.
How? Hello, you're dead now, come with us. Bro, asking that to a child? Bro? I feel dreadful even thinking those words. I feel ARIES would do something like that.
Even he has some tact. I shall be with you the entire time. Do not worry. If you have any reservations, look to me and I shall assist.
Does it ever get easier, telling someone they've passed?
Only when you were taking them to heaven. Sighed softly, searching for the right words to say, then looked up. Felt his gaze. Gaia was as bright and blue as ever. Despite the tragedy that has occurred, nothing marred the beauty of
Lucky
Protest.
for us, it is a beautiful day.
That only makes it sadder.
No, you'll have a beautiful departure.
Nudged the small of my back gently, and I dragged my feet towards the little mousy-haired boy now in front of us. Couldn't be any older than 9. He looked pale and hearty, though. I suppose the body must be restored in death. Taking a deep breath, I crouched down to his level, then his shoulder. To start, he turned around but smiled brightly when he noticed me. Oh boy, here we go. Well, Timmy, we have a trip to take together. Where are we going? Just say heaven outright. I can't, right? Sounds like a scam. It kinda does.
Do you like puppies and ponies?
I like
Where we are
that.
going, you can play with lots of them.
That also sounds like a scam. Does. But it worked. Child brightened up and rocked back and forth with his Balifar also sounds like a scam. Yeah, he does. I looked at Balifar for confirmation that there would actually be cats, and he nodded. But parents. His fist balled up at sides, and he swallowed. Finally back home, but I can't talk to them. His eyes glistened and his voice shook. Telltale signs that one was about to break down in tears. Although the one in question might have been me first. Are they ignoring me because they're mad at me for being sick and causing trouble? Pointed to the distance where a crying couple huddled together all by themselves. The husband was holding up a wife who clutched into his shirt, fingers twisted to the fabric as she agonized over the loss of her son. But of course, they would never hear him again. We're not ignoring you. You didn't cause them trouble. Just somewhere far away from them. Wanted nothing more to comfort him, but what could I even say? Held out my arms to hug Timmy while he didn't wait. He didn't move forward. Right here. He put his little arms around my shoulders, his own small ones shaking and buried his face into my arm. Hiccups that would only be heard by the three of us broke the peaceful air around us. Daggers scrape against my heart, and I knew this would be a scene I could never forget. We stayed like that for a while as my mind searched for words to tell him half. I can't see you anymore or hear you or touch you, but again one day. We're just on two different sides of the same world. What do you mean? You know how people turn into stars when they I aim a pleading gaze towards Balafar, but Timmy saved us both from having to say anything more. Oh, I see. I'm dead, aren't I? Well, I can figure it out. His voice was as soft as his footsteps. Tiny crunches on the grass as he walked out of my arms and turned around. I stood up and rested a hand on his shoulder. The atmosphere was forlorn. It was as though I had lost my family for time.
You're a clever child, Timmy.
I remember being really, really tired and hungry. I remember wanting us to. Then I woke up here, life being auto saved. I was waiting for a while, and then when Papa came, I had so much to tell them. Really wanted to get better, but just got more sleep every day. But ghost right now, right? You think I can hunt Batman? Although I did not condone lying, I felt that the situation called for it. I do wish he could do a little hunting, but I don't want him to turn into an evil being. Wonder if I could hunt them in his place. You're not a ghost, just a kind spirit ready to go to heaven. You can meet your parents again there one day. contacted Balafar, hoping it was okay to say so.
It won't be too long of a wait, Timmy. You can tell them everything again soon.
Don't want them to come fast, that means they die too, right? Hope they can be happy with my little sisters. Patient. You are. But do you think I could go take one last pop?
Of course. We will be here, waiting for you.
Ah. Scurried away and I realized that the grass did not fold under his feet at all. He could never play again. No longer could he enjoy the beauty of the planet, only its grievances.
We should leave him be for a while. Let him make his final farewells and be at peace. He is a strong child.
He is stronger than I am. Right? You need to return home. You can make it.
I'm so sorry for bringing you here. And nonetheless, thank you for coming. This would have been difficult without you.
His hand shook low, but placed a broad hand on my head and welcomed the warmth. His strokes were gentle against my hair. With each caress, I felt the pangs in my heart dull just a little. You're just saying that. Felt like a mess. I still feel like this.
I would have stopped you if I thought that was the case. Do you think I'd let you break a child's heart?
Me even more than I already have? We're very kind, Aina. Poor child. As I said those words, I could feel my sadness transforming into something darker. Want to burn down those sham hospitals.
Truly.
He sighed and pat my shoulder, while I was wondering where one buys eyes to do such a thing.
Wait, are you serious?
Oh, he was serious, yeah. Yes, such despicable people. Can't bear it. How can they get away with this?
Yeah, I understand exactly how you feel, but we can't do anything of that sort.
No, there's the ad break. Okay, we're gonna wait for the ad break to be done. Let's hydrate while that's happening. So yeah, depression. Oh god. Yep, I'm gonna stretch while I'm waiting. Ah. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 3. Almost 3 p.m. Jesus. Okay. Already been more than an hour. Damn. Hmm. I am gonna have to like step out for a bit in an hour, I think, to give that dog medicine again. Actually, do I have alarm on my other? Yep, I do. Yeah. Waiting on the ad break. If anyone needs to like do a bio break or get more water. Yeah. Already hydrated, but damn, my back hurt. ah. Ah. Okay. Ad break done. Ah.
Because it is not our place. You and me, we guide people to their destinations after death. We are not allowed to interfere.
Nope, there's the pudding. Not interfering, just making the world a better place. That's still interfering.
What happens after you burn it down? How many people would die?
I have to serve my sentence because I enable my friend. And why should those people live? They enable the child to die. What's the difference? They have circumstances? So did I, but I'm still here, aren't I? No matter what I did, this was my life now. No matter what happened, I was fated to execution and now punishment.
Listen, when I tell you we cannot, I mean that we are powerless. If beings like you and I step out of bounds, the consequences will be dire. Not only for you and I, but for all the others as well.
Is there nothing I...
These people have innocent families. Families that cannot survive without the people you wish to harm. Sometimes we can't do anything.
hate it? I do as well.
But I'll make a strong recommendation that they all go to hell when the time comes. Unless their souls were collected already. Which is one of the reasons why we cannot interfere with the things that have already passed.
I don't understand why this child had to wait longer than those that have wronged him.
Because the best souls are the ones that bear the most patience. It is the evildoers we must punish quickly.
Suppose. Didn't wish to speak any longer. Wasn't angry at Balifar. Was angry at the world and myself for still not being able to do anything. In my life, I was trying to work towards something better, but in that, my only role was to put and a facilitator. While I had been enjoying my time here, I remember now that this was a punishment for me. How did everyone else like this the rest of the time? Did Balifar volunteer for this? Can you willingly do this job? I took a sharp intake of breath, but his usually smoothed face worked in surprise. It was a bold question, and the silence that followed had me expected to be reprimanded. Instead, he answered with patience and a melancholic that almost made me regret asking.
Because I'd rather be here than live amongst the people who commit such terrible acts.
I didn't understand it, but I would keep these feelings to myself. I didn't know how much time had passed. Balifar continued, solace. The young boy finally returned and smiled simply as if he was saying goodbye before going to school for the day. I prayed that time would pass in a book for him, that he could be with his family that much faster. You ready to come with us? While trying not to burst into tears, I held out a hand for him to take. So fingers curled against mine, and it only carved out deeper holes in my heart. I was allowed to see just outside heaven. They wouldn't allow me into the reception area. I was allowed up to the walkway before the guard pointed the spear in my direction.
My apologies.
You know, my job would be easier if they let me in.
Well, heaven doesn't like you apparently, girl. The guard said
You
nothing.
can go wait in the lounge for me. I'll show you how to submit your report. It is quite simple. Technology really is a marvel.
I see. Well, Timmy, I wish we had met under better circumstances. You're a kind child. We haven't granted you what our home could not. Who knows? Maybe you might. Although they won't let me in here, maybe you can visit one day. Smiled brightly and shook my head hard. Been a while since I got to talk to someone like this. Thanks for bringing me here. I'll name one of the cats after you. Aw, that's cute. That was all I could say before my throat clogged up. While our works really were coming. Bid goodbye with one last shaky wave and hurried back to the office. Hid my face until I made it here. The door slammed a bit too loudly behind me, but didn't care as long as no one had noticed. Sank into the couch and buried my face in the softest looking cushion laying beside me. I realized that complaining into a pillow was not the most professional thing to do, but most professions didn't involve that much emotional damage, did they? About that. About that. Girl. The complaining didn't seem to help much. Yeah, it will never be one. Yeah. Yeah. Not much complaining will even help. Girl clearly never worked in customer support. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, go get some fresh air. Now that I knew how to work my device, I could come back quickly if Alfar was looking for me. Painful flashbacks. I hope no one sees me. I wanted to be by myself for a while. I was embarrassed about how strongly I felt and how poorly I really looked. I knew they'd all be fine and try to support me, but that just made me feel worse. I felt like I relied too much on these men. Started walking on my own, but I don't know where I am. Figured I could retrace my steps, but I had no idea of the else. Instead of feeling anxious, though, I yearned to explore the place more. It was a bit quiet, not having anyone to guide me today. Nonetheless, I enjoyed the freedom I had for my little excursion. Let me fix something on the YouTube side again because it's telling me my bitrate is shit at the moment. Since my phone had yet to ping, I kept wandering further than I had intended to. The streets were similar to the ones in the modern world. I had seen some of these views from the car every day, but it was the first time I walked here myself. Ah, cat. The meow meow doing. Still a cat in front of me. Here, let me pet you. It gave me a scornful look and how do you actually what's the pronunciation of the word? Okay. Vian's throwing in obscure words as usual. Yeah. The girl said crepes? So taste? Kind of difficult to play with an ED. Oh. Girl. I followed after it quickly and crouched down. This skirt really needs a good wash after today. Felt a little stupid, but I hopped forward as the cat continued to saunter into the shadows. Wiggled my fingers in what I hope was an inviting gesture.
Who are you?
Oh.
Why are you here?
Oh. Girl, I don't think so. Fell right onto my bottom in shock.
Why are you yelling?
I looked up to see that it was he, the person speaking instead of a cat. I didn't think anyone would be here but the cat. Okay. For the record, I normally would never go into dark alleys alone, but there would be no harm here. Girl. Also cat. Okay. Why are you? Where did the kitty go? Oh, there he is. A bored meow rang out from behind the frightened man.
Kitty! Psst, 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 psst. Come here.
Hey, Shumi. Yeah, cat. Meow meow. Good answer, Aina. Oh, there's another pudding. Oh, Brad padded up to me, finally, and I gingerly scratched behind his ear. Oh, hey, Tatsuya, thanks for the hydrate. Pudding is cute. Yeah, thanks. Her under my fingers was unbelievably soft, and its warmth called for my hand to continue giving it scritches. This is just what I had needed after the emotional damage. It was therapeutic. Can I take it home? Girl. Aren't you a good girl? Hello, Growl. Good boy? Okay. I took his silence as confirmation. Why are you letting her you?
You should leave, right now.
Perhaps he was attempting to be threatening, but just wanted to bitch his... The fuck? He stomped his foot for good measure, and I averted my face to hide a pickle. Why should I? Okay. Illness alley? It appears to be a public property. Does Nasus have homelessness problem? I had naively assumed that all beings here would have taken care of. You seem much too old to be a teen with a rebellious streak. What's this kitty's name? Up. It's just Kitty. I'll call you Mr. Kitty. Then. It seemed favorable enough for him, he leaped up onto my shoulder. Oh, you're lighter than I thought you would be, or maybe I'm stronger as a reaper now. Were you a human before? His eyes shifted from side to side as he spoke and kept his arms around himself. but his eyes trained on my face. It was like within himself, feral and sure whether to trust me. I'm pretty trustworthy though. Well, that's right, I recently became a Reaper. Oh. He nodded as though something dawned on him. Initially, it felt as though he was trying to impress him, but now I could see curiosity in his eyes. You like it, Reaper? Question was a punch in the gut. Thought I did, but that was before I actually had to do my Reaper work. Did I expect that I get trained, eat good food, and hang out with everything? Could understand why people around me were so jaded. Who I should be through considering everything that brought me here. It was probably just a casual question. I had the need to offload my feelings though, and this bristling stranger would have to deal with them. I hate bearing witness to tragedy. I hate being unable to do anything. I hate that my hands are tied and I'm told that this is just how it is. Feels similar to my human life. I pondered this for some time and scratched his chin. To my surprise, he perched on a dusty crate and the cat leaped from my shoulder onto his head. How so? Well, the day I had my first reap, I had to take a little boy to heaven. Did he went to heaven? Yes, but shouldn't have died in the first place. I wanted to punish the horrible people who did that to him. But I can't and I hate it. Sorry for unloading this all on you. As you forget about that kind of thing. His brows furrowed in earnest concern, and something dark passed over his eyes. The stranger's words were spoken in an unexpectedly sage manner.
It won't do you any good to think about it. Go back to where you came from.
Oh, okay. With a melancholy sigh, he waved me off. I died. I huffed at the man and turned the frustrated spot. Both of us had our hands on our hips while Mr. Kitty sat in the middle and looked at both of us to and fro. If anyone were to walk here, it would look utterly ridiculous.
I mean, just go back to your Reaper friends. Live like they tell you to. Don't ask too many questions.
Your urgent tone piqued my curiosity. What happened to this guy? What about you? Why are you here? You're a Reaper? A human? Turned into his face, trying to get a read on him. Ah yes, human with pointed ears. Yes, very much human. He flinched and hopped off his seat, shoes thudding as they vibrate.
I'm someone that you should forget about. Don't tell anyone about me. Please.
He mumbled the last bit, his cheeks still flushed pink. Then he whipped around and waggled his finger in what I presumed meant to be a gesture. Poked this finger with mine and he glared. No, pouted. Take him seriously. Girl! Oh, why not? My friends are nice. He squinted at me with a look that read, "Are you serious? How long have you been a Reaper again?" I felt a bit embarrassed to answer, so I decided to stare fixedly at my shoes while the cat patted at a week. Met them only a week ago. flinch once I said, "Oh, did they have bad blood? Don't get along with Reapers. I know an angel
Damn,
too."
okay. I don't get along with anyone. So please, just let me be. You really are so nitpicky.
Am I really? Was I being like ARIES? Need to spend less time around him. I guess this might believe this guy in this cat galley. Think he's grateful to have us visitor, though it seems lonely here. Alright, it was nice to meet you.
Lucian.
Was so on guard he revealed that easily. Must be a fake name. Not that there's any arguing with it. He decided against it and settled for a friendly nod. He had come a long way from yelling at each other in just one meeting. Do my best. Okay. Bent down for one last scritch and decided to yander back to work before they noticed my absence.
What do you mean, see you? Hey, come back! Or don't. No, don't come back.
Up. Balafar still hadn't called and I grew worried. Something happened to delay him so long? Perhaps I should have stayed with him, although I didn't think anything could go awry in such a holy place. Just as I was about to call him, rang my phone. Think of the devil, or Reaper. Balafar, are you alright?
Sorry for keeping you waiting so long. I was called away urgently to take care of something, but I can't seem to find you.
Oh, I had gone out for a walk. I'll be right back. I don't know, will I get in trouble? They'll let me have lunch even if I get in trouble, right? Despite the flutter of excitement in my tummy from meeting a new person, my appetite had returned. With a lot to think about and a new secret heart, I hurried back to work in hopes that there would be food left for me. So that was the first time you'd gone out on your own. Not gonna keep it secret. I was sweating like a sinner in church. Thankfully, not thoroughly, but I might as well have been soaked in sweat. Unfortunately, these dead men were screwed, perceptive fault. Nary a twitch of my finger nor a jerk of my leg went unnoticed. Decided to sit on my hands, which perhaps only made it worse. Wanted some fresh air. By the time I had returned to the office, caught up with Balafar, and submitted my report. Technology was still more difficult than expected. It had been time to return. The others were quite shocked that I had made my own excursion. So, considering how nervous I had arrival, and I had been fielding their questions until now.
You went quite a way for fresh air.
I needed a lot of fresh air.
Was he a mister? I was sitting in the armchair, which made it easier for the men to interrogate me from either side. Despite sitting on the most lush of cushions, their eagle eyes made me squirm comfortably. I was prey caught in their trap. Couldn't bear to look at them, but that would only make me appear all the more guilty. Something happened while you were gone? You should have called one of us to go with you. I don't want to keep bothering you all. I looked around, seeking a lifeline, and Balafar came to my rescue. Though he quirked an inquisitive eyebrow, he mercifully did not question me further. Seer was none the wiser to my dilemma, lost in his thoughts as usual. Sorry, your first reaping was under such a bad circumstance. It's my responsibility to ease you life and I failed you. It'd be ridiculous. He has to know what it's like. Arias is right. As much as I hate to say it. Excuse me? What's wrong with admitting I'm right? His eyes bore into the top of my skull and I cleared my throat before continuing and successfully ignoring his offended scoff. You didn't fail me. Seer shook his head and pursed his lips in a rare show of reproach. There's no point in throwing her into the fire. Well, Arias threw me to fire the first day. I grinned at him, and Arias rolled his eyes. His eyes were going to get stuck like that
For
one
the
day.
last time, I was not sending you to hell. Let it go.
You stuck my tongue out. Jimmy has seen you run past me, but wasn't able to come find you right away. No, see, I was being silly.
Aw, you must have been really shaken.
The first reaping isn't easy, and I took her for a particularly difficult one.
Well, he was always so resolute. He slumped his head against his hand and sighed heavily. His usual repose slipped into something a little more vulnerable. Even more like Valifar tired. Even someone like Valifar could be tired. And it was my fault. In any case, it was a learning experience. Figured you would be the best partner to have for her first time. I still believe in that. And Aina, not all deaths are sad. Really? There are many people who are content to die. Welcome it, even after a long and life. Those are the best. Best deaths? Of course, some of those happy people also go to hell. Bad people also die happy. He pointed this out quite proudly. Stefan reached over and shook him. Poor Angel was left looking bewildered.
Sayer.
I hear barking. I'll be right back. Hear barking. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Ah. Send a message real quick. Okay. Ah. While they scolded him, I burst into laughter. I doubled over and couldn't stop giggling. Tears of mirth fell from my eyes. I didn't have to look to see that they thought that I'd gone mad. Perhaps I had. Because Sayer's innocent bluntness was just what I needed to relieve the coil of stress that weighed down my gut. What did I say? Stefan joined in chuckles and the room filled with laughter, even from ARIES. Sad people die happy, but they go to hell right after. I don't understand. Why are you laughing? Oh. You're beamed. He's not cute, he's just stupid, damn. Damn.
No need to be so sour.
Aw, are you jealous? Up. well then, if you're going to be so immature, I won't talk to you. Anyways, Salifar, what do you have to go and do? I realize I haven't been able to ask you yet. Cut off ARIES before he could retort. Felt good. Damn, girl. I had called him in for a favor. What's the favor for?
My, you're quite tenacious.
I put a hand to my cheek, pleased by his compliment. That means you need to mind your own business. Oh. Oh, now, ARIES. It's nothing so secretive. I just think today isn't a good time to tell you that is all. Oh yeah, she'll be frightened if you tell her about the malevolent. Up.
My word, you cannot keep a secret in the world.
Okay. What are the malevolence? We share the look with each of the others, took a sip from his glass. I noticed it was a purple drink today, and finally he looked back at me. I'll give you the short of it. That too? Yes, please. Nod eagerly. Am I getting too powerful for them? Am I alright? Don't come crying to us should you have nightmares.
You can come to me.
Okay, Zafan. Oh, but I can't. Ouch. While ARIES, Zafan, and Sawyer had their little tiff, I turned my full attention to King. They are spirits that are malcontent.
They are beings that are dangerous, that need to be taken down quickly.
We have been seeing them more frequently, therefore we need to eliminate them before they hurt you or anyone else. Oh, that sounds scary. You have a handle on it, though. Although you mustn't slack on your training. Hey, Cody. Reading a lot of dialogues hurt. Yes, I'd like to take a break and let you do some of the heavy lifting. I shall make no promises. May I have another fill?
Anytime. May your dreams remain as sweet as this drink.
While I smiled, I didn't realize then that I had yet to have a single dream since I'd arrived. But I had a lot on my plate after all. After all, I had to power up and learn to be the people spirit. Before they could eat me, I mean, so that I could be a bigger help. Next few days had gone as normal. Well, as normal as they could, as I adjusted to a supernatural world. I had gone on meetings with each of the guys, but one day I found myself one lunch break without anyone to share it with. Even Lilia had gone off somewhere. I assume it was the human world for Boba. Them, right? Miss she invited me. I hope she brings me back something at least. I thought going to the human world was only for special occasions, but she had been the one to teach me otherwise. Frequently, she'd come like a whirlwind and whisk me away for some treat or another. At first, I was afraid she wouldn't like me much, but she treated me like an old friend. It was nice being with another girl. I found myself thinking, but today even her desk was empty. Maybe I can take another walk by myself? I had bought 2 sandwiches for Dean. There was one person I thought I could share lunch with, and my purchase with him in mind. Although I suspected my company would be very welcome. Oh, here we go again, the alleyway. While he said he owned the alley, I didn't think he meant it. Was there again? Was he what they call the delinquent? An even more welcome sight was his little cat. Reached out the hand for him to sniff, and he nuzzled against my palm immediately. Hell, you too. Thought I told you to go back to your reapers. I did, and I came back here today. Even got you lunch. Handed one of the sandwiches to him and took some turkey out of mine for the cat to take. He wriggled his nose after finishing his portion and jumped up to take a bite out of the sandwich. Damn. The cat hissed at him. Okay. Tore off part of my sandwich and Mr. Kitty stole a piece in one bite. Damn, okay. Next time. He spoke mid-bite and his words were all muffled. His cheeks puffed out cutely like a chipmunk. The desire to poke his cheeks grew more intensely by the day. Who said you can come back? But you took my offering. Why can't I come? And you have your own friends? You can always make more. I didn't accept. Okay. But you accepted the sandwich.
I can cough it back up.
So he had said, but he just couldn't resist taking another bite of the sandwich. Since then, I'd come by to visit whenever I had a break. Felt guilty, of course. I hated keeping secrets from the people who had been caring for me. But I shouldn't have insisted I couldn't tell a single soul about him. And he was harmless to me, so it was one little secret. Each visit over the next few weeks, I'd grown more and more comfortable even venting to him. While I was afraid to burden the others with. How's reaping coming along? Well, still the bane of your existence? Well, not pleasant. I finally had to take someone to hell the other day. How was that? Harder than I thought it would be. Earlier that week. So we had to take someone to hell today? Nice real comeback. Really awful. I'm the biggest hypocrite. I talk about burning down sham hospitals, but now that I have to toss a man myself into hell, I should be happy, but not to throw up. You have to punish an evildoer today, and yet you look so upset. Think something yourself feels much does. Get a long withering sigh that he held the weight of the 1,000 burdens. The guy's been scamming the elderly, robbed his own family dry. Probably the type to kick puppies, and he's been the cause of many deaths fraud. But he's never once been caught. Rich types like him never do. My blood boiled. He was no different than Noble my era. Feel a little better about shrieks that I heard when I visited hell for the first time rang in my head again. My resolve weakened since my death. I was thinning violence just the other day. Or does my empathy waver when I can't see the effects of a sinner myself? As I was about to spiral into a moral crisis, I felt his hand on my shoulder. I will be by your side. Ready? As ready as I'll ever be. So I thought. Bastard was a runner, and chasing him around wasn't helping my patience any. To find out which one of my... Oh? You've already lost either way. And frankly, your odds were never good. That's why you've never held onto a fortune. That stopped the man in his tracks as he raised an angry finger to jab at him, and the three of us him. Oh. I was so trying to catch our target that I had momentarily forgotten what the next step was. So wait, he hated not being able to punish the people who hurt the kid? I had explained the source of my struggle last time I had come to visit him. Right. Now you're wavering because you have to do it yourself. Your friend had let you when you really have blown up those sham hospitals? It twirled a strand of hair around my finger as I contemplated it. Wasn't too difficult imagining myself armed with explosives, cackling in triumph in front of a pile of rubble. I feel that I could have. Why, is there something wrong with me?
I think you aren't as ruthless as you think you might be. I think you need something to strike you personally for you to go crazy, I guess.
Thanks, that makes me sound selfish. Shrug. Oh, you're realistic. At least you don't act like you're perfect. Nodded sagely and tapped his foot against the crate as he dissected my personality for me and offered his sage wisdom.
Which brings me back to what I said last time. But you don't seem like you're the type that listens.
Just do your job, don't think too hard about this kind of thing. Easy for you to say. He clicked his tongue and his foot swung with a heavy thud against the box to show his irritation. You don't know the half of it. All jobs suck anyway. Yeah. This one deals with life and death.
Technically just death.
Yeah, he's not wrong as well. He has a point. Anyways, did you make it to hell or did you go home? Well, during my visit in hell, after getting cursed out by the fellow in our custody, I had come to terms that it was my responsibility to bring him to his unfortunate fate. Single Mirror, hi. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. So, I have to put him in there? That's right. But it was an absolute ours to you. Have you forgotten already? And still hear you on your For the last time you're dead and you're going to hell, you really got some nerve. He struggled in our grasp, but Spawn wrapped a hand around his neck. Oh, okay. Oh, he opened up a door that seemed to lead nowhere. The man crashed around harder. His eyes widened and his face contorted. The view that was invisible to us sent him into shivers. He's just never fade and come with us quickly. Oh, well. He did, and he would regret it. I was seeing red as I reeled back my fist to punch him with all I had, Spawn, and he beat me to it. The man was on the floor, crushed under their feet. Damn, okay. He added my heel to his gut, good measure, and stomped down. All his cheeks sported bruises, and my only regret was neither of them were from
You've got
me.
a lot of fucking nerve!
The pawn snarled. His anger was such a stark extreme to his usual jovial nature. A shiver ran down my spine. No, it can't. Think again.
Whatever
Oh.
horrors you can imagine, I will darken your nightmares until your very existence flickers out.
Yep. He just snapped. That served as the last warning the man would receive, for Gabe delivered the swift and brutal kick that sent him flying into despair. Damn, all this because the guy spatted on our MC. And then silence passed between us until I cleared my throat.
I was supposed to do that, right?
Can get the next one. Fan helped her with the paperwork. Have someone to talk to. Without so much as a farewell, he marched off down a hallway that I'd never want to walk down myself. It'd be scary. For that, I must have scared you a little bit myself. Hello, but we're standing up for me. And you just beat me to the punch. Literally, actually. Thank you, Sap. Maybe Mahaga was more for my sickness. I was spoiled by all the attention Felix had given me whenever I had been down. Even whenever I didn't meet my feelings, he always managed to get a read on them. Let's move a bit out of the way. Oh, sorry. Try to let go, but reputation is very honed. This was an objective observation. Yeah, sure, objective. And let me settle down in a quiet corner. Yeah, sure, that was objective. Yeah, sure. Yep. That got intense quickly. Comes with the whole hell thing, I suppose. You dating that man, dude? I choked on what was left on my sandwich. What?
Cuddling. In the middle of hell. This sounds romantic to me.
No, I'm leaving. You're more defensive than I thought you'd be. Curled my back as I coughed, though he acted like I was A thorn in the side, he warmed up a lot more after I fed him. Oh yeah, very romantic. Mr. Kitty was curled up against my feet, batting the straw of my boot awkwardly. I am not defensive. I like holding hands when you hear screams of pain around. I did not appreciate the smug laugh Lucian shared with the cat. Oh, find one of those guys to date and just forget everything else. All jobs suck. This one just sucks a bit more. Don't have a choice, so instead of driving yourself mad, just be. Easy for you too. That was the first time I'd received a genuine glare from him, and my voice refused to come out of my throat. You must have experienced them. You have no idea. Oh, my lunch break is almost over. I'll going now. Don't come looking for me again. Said this every time. Don't hang out in this alley. My alley? Okay, our alley. Sure. What do you want me to bring you next time? Something from the human world? Why didn't we have boba in this world? I would have to talk to Seer about this. Although, then, I seem to favor sweets the most out of the group, so you might be a more promising avenue to pursue. If you want. Although he tried to say no, his lip was quivering. Cute. Guess you're going back to your boyfriend? The one you're dating? I'm not dating any of them. Plus, I'm going to be away for the next few days. He is fighting evil spirits again. I offered to help, but I'd rather not if I can help it. The kitty leaped up onto my shoulder and nuzzled my face. I'll come back to see you soon, don't worry. And I may have been hearing things, but it was quite authoritative for a meow. The cat is humans? Of course, humans have always been at the mercy of cats. Maybe I was reading too much into this. You're going with her? Oh. Okay, maybe I wasn't crazy after all, or maybe we both were. But if we're both crazy, are we both sane by default? Maybe I didn't need to think about that, but okay then. This is the kind of question that would keep me up at night. I don't need to think about that, Aina, please. The shock and subsequent betrayal was evident in his voice, ringing clear. Was the cat not friendly to others? My heart surged with pride and a sense of accomplishment. The cat meowed at him and smacked his tail against Lucian's face. Alright, but you better behave while you're away. He said he wants to go with you for a few days. I don't know if it's the best idea. Oh. No, we have an ad break though, so I'll let the ad break play, I guess. While I think about my choices. Need to think about this choice. And I do need to step out for a bit in like 5 minutes, so. Okay. Hi there on the YouTube chat. I'm currently waiting on the ad break, so yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to step out for a bit. I'll be right back. I need to go take care of the dog real quick. Yep. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I still have no idea what to pick on this choice. uh... Hmm. Hmm. I have a save, so if I do have to like go back here, I'm just... Let me see if I ask the cat not to go with. I think you should stay with your owner. Won't be lonely without you. Despite my words, I think it was obvious that I really wanted to take him home with me. Mr. Kitty growled and clung to me, but I resist. Aw, good care of him. What does he like to eat? Anything you eat is fine with him, but don't give him cat food. He doesn't like it. Safe for elaborate too. It's not like cat in the human world. Anything is fine for him. Not trying to get him sick, are you? Okay. I don't think that choice changed anything, but like, yeah, okay. He looked aghast at my accusation. What? No, he's annoying, but I don't want anything to happen to him. Mr. Kitty rolled his eyes. I didn't know cats could do that, then I fell into my arms. I'm teasing. He'll still be in this alley, right? Yes. And that was all he said before going to toss our sandwich wrappers away.
Ah, a cat! Where did you find this little one?
Oh. Claire reached to pick up Mr. Kitty, but hissed angrily at your angel. Here's soldier. Damn, okay. Fell in a sad slump, and I patted him with a free hand while we got together. Sorry, I think it's wary of strangers. He quirked an eyebrow at my comment. You not a stranger to this cat, though? Well, I found him a few days ago. Been having adventures without me? Wish we could have found it together. All I like about Zaire was that he never grew suspicious, just a little pouty at being left out. I'm sorry, Zaire. I was worried I'd get scolded, but it's cute. I had to bring him home. Hope he will let me pet him soon. A little growl from Mr. Kitty indicated that would not be happening anytime soon. Should we go and whisper him? Eyes, but can't eat human food. Oh, well, he is still a cat. Does he not need something? Mr. Kitty blinked at us, and I swear he side eyes. I shall research it. Pulled out his watch and typed in, what do you need for a mean cat? Doesn't mean. He isn't kind to me.
Alright, we'll need a brush. You know what? I suppose you have food handled. What about some pet? Ow! Hey!
Cat swiped at him.
I suppose he requires fine china as well. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Couldn't tell if Sahir was being sarcastic or not. He only ever expressed displeasure when whining.
And little... Ouch!
I didn't think that his voice would growl that loud. Mr. Kitty finally managed to land a swipe on his arm and had sunk it in his teeth for good measure, too.
I suppose he doesn't require that either. In any case, I shall refrain from making any further suggestions.
As I extricated Mr. Kitty away from Sahir, I saw that there was a faint tear in his clothing. Ah, good friends to Aina. In the flex of his fingers, I saw a glow travel up his arm, where he was bleeding moments ago. Under the torn fabric, the skin turned to its smooth self. The fabric had sewn itself back as if there never was a split in the first place. Sorcery. He can heal. Counts for the job. Smile at this enraged Mr. Kitty again. I held back the cat before he could pounce on Sayer's face this time. While I did not doubt his healing abilities, I imagined it still would hurt a good deal for his face to become shredded. I think that we should stay away from each other. Why is this always? Well, I leave him at my desk while I finish my work. I'm behind in my reports for the week. You've been only working for a week. You're behind already? Yes, and Balifar had joined us out of thin air and startled me more than the cat.
I shall assist you. Worry not.
Say you're taking on work voluntarily? It brings a tear to my eye. Never thought I'd live to see the day.
Okay. Ruffled Sayer's hair affectionately, drawing out the angel's adorable pout.
You tease me far too much. I've always helped you with whatever you've asked of me.
What have I ever asked for?
You should ask me more then.
So where did this cat come from? Found him in the street. Sir Kitty, stay at my desk, okay? I didn't feel like answering more questions, so I put him on my shoulder and dashed off to my desk before leaving to finish my work for the day. While the finer details of the reapings were automatically recorded, I still had to write my own accounts for documentation. I didn't understand the point of it, but to be honest, I didn't understand most of what had been happening around me. Bam, okay. He had gone shopping for a brush for Mr. Kitty. He had picked the most ornate one we could find. He still refused to go near any of the others and stubbornly clung to me. Couldn't resist being a little smug about the cat, or is. I was lying in bed with the cat chest as the guys camped on the floor for safety. Thayer had healed the scratches on his face, but couldn't heal the damage ARIES' ego had suffered. It is a shame that he's missing out on this excitement. Yeah, a real shame. Balifar was the only one who had any scars. Others just made Mr. Kitty nervous, that's all. Sure. I snuggled my cheek against his and purred sweet. Oh, be a cat. Seems like a nice life. Gets brushed, fed, and gets cuddled with Aina. Oh. Zero was an innocent boy, so anything of it. I'd give him some pet pats later so that he'll feel left out. So lucky you earned it.
ARIES, don't be unkind to him.
I am not an idiot. I should not have healed you.
Oh, you got his mean side to show. Impressive. Anyway, speaking of game, how about we send him a picture of our new fairy friend? Oh, I see a furry friend. He amended quickly, sparing a nervous glance towards Mr. Claus. I think just one cat could bring them to their knees. Giggled quietly and my phone out. How do I take a photo again? Look, I'll show you. As the pawn walked over, Mr. Kitty suddenly leaped off and scurried to the other
There
room.
he goes.
Oh dear, should we go get him? Nah. Balifar, here, pawn? I intentionally picked the most patient of the bunch. Deer may have been a bit lazy, but he was always willing to help me. Mr. Kitty was a persistent target. In the end, I had only managed to get a blurry photo of him while he had his paws from on top of the fridge. Oh, game. Okay, we'll finally get to see what he's missing out on. Both Balafar and Sayre stared at me with glassy eyes. Spawn had nervously joined the cat hunt, but was laid out flat on the floor in the end. Would have thought you guys had better stamina than this. Believe there is something wrong with the cat.
I must say I agree.
He was doubled over. Y'all are exaggerating, but thank you for help. Let me make you some desserts. Thanks.
No cherry in mine.
Okay. Maria shamelessly called out from the bedroom, scoffed in response. It didn't even help.
So you're not even going to treat a guest? Wow.
Damn.
See if I don't sneeze in yours.
I muttered under my breath, but there it say they decided to make some milkshake. Show us. How do I use this circuit? Oh. The splatter reached the top of the fridge where Mr. Kitty had gone to sleep on, and with a yow, he leapt into Valifar's head. Uh-oh. He was no longer unscathed.
Ouch! That cat is cursed. We must get rid of it.
You wave a very dramatic finger at the fleeing culprit.
Here, here.
I'll throw it out the
I
window.
normally do not condone animal cruelty. However,
I thought angels are supposed to be well
I
intentioned.
shall wholeheartedly assist.
Even Valfar is ruffled. Oh. After that little incident, the rest of the evening was uneventful. I had consoled Valfar quite heartily. I didn't think he had a pouty side, but he did. What's adorable? Although I was smart enough to not say that out loud. I heard dark mutters of returning Mr. Kitty back to the street when I wasn't looking. Locked the doors, but I think Mr. Kitty would win that battle. I was eagerly waiting for a reply from him, but nothing had come yet. Seems like he likes cat. Maybe Mr. Kitty would like if had a chance.
Hard to say. I might have to go looking for him if he doesn't return in a few days. I had offered to go too.
He was still a little more irritable than usual, so I gave him a little more whipped cream for his ice cream. Sayre had decided to replace the cat. His head lay in my lap whenever I wasn't up and getting more ice cream. Should have. What if he's dead in the ditch somewhere? Say that? I'll confiscate your ice cream. I'm sneezing. He had the audacity to sit cross-legged on the couch, happily drinking a milkshake he did not even earn. His malevolence are a tough fight. I wonder why they didn't assign me.
You're too hot-headed, that's why.
Isn't that the fun? I'm plenty rational, thank you. Oh, will he be okay on his own? He's had hundreds of years of experience, but if you're worried about him, we can find him together. Arias pursed his lips around his spoon before waving it at us. What? That's a terrible idea. Besides, he's scared shitless of ghosts. I'll fight them. That's the spirit. I'll be your backup, Aina. I suppose I'll have sorry ass alive. Okay, but his words were accompanied by a smile despite himself.
Besides, who'll make us drinks if Cam kicks the bucket?
I'm going to tell him everything that you men have been saying when he comes back home. Cross my arms with indignation on behalf of my bespectacled friend, and the boys laughed.
He will thank us, actually, when we tell him how much you have said in his defense.
I had eventually coaxed Mr. Kitty back out. Just like that, he had become part of my routine. Followed me everywhere when I was home. He waited patiently outside the bathroom whenever I would bathe, and yelled when I would change my clothes in front of him. Okay. For a cat, he had quite a strong sense of privacy. When I was at work, I'd let him roam around outside. He was always back by dinner time. I had searched for Lucian to give him an update, but I hadn't come across him since we last spoke. Hope he's alright, but it had something to do with why Mr. Kid came home with me. That's the people I'm worried about now. Oh. Perhaps he is enjoying himself in the human world. Forcing himself on sweets as poor Aina frets. Not fretting. Please relieve us from the cat. Is that really your biggest concern? Look how cute the kitty is. Cat. Aina, where are you? Before I could reply, call came through from him. Where are you? I'm home. Where are you? Where's the cat?
Where is he?
I don't know. I'll let him out for a walk. I'll go look for him. Stay where you are. I'm coming up. He hung up the phone. Well, what's happening? I was too anxious to stay put and run down the stairs one at a time. I had run outside and found out of bread in front of our apartment building. What's going on with Mr. Kitty? You okay? Okay, I told you stay put. I'm fine. I want to know what's happening. Just when I spotted Mr. Kitty. Oh, there's a cat. I tried to run my cat, but he held me back. What's going on? Oh, yep. There he is. Faster than a blink, and in front of me appeared a man instead of my dear cat. So the cat could turn into a person? Random, hi. You're on the YouTube chat. Oh, that's a new PGM. Okay. Guess they added a new one for this. Or at least I don't remember this. I felt pain. Spiritually.
Hello, big brother. And my lovely master.
Sauntered over to us slowly, and James showed me behind his wide back.
Guess the jig is up, huh? Thanks for hosting me. You're much nicer than all those other idiots.
Hey, has your hair color just reversed? Bro.
You're the only one I'd want to cuddle, anyway.
Girl. Oh, chapter 4. Okay.
Would anyone care to explain what is going on here?
Okay, would that be a good stopping point, actually? We did one chapter. It was, also my throat dying. I can feel my throat dying. I think that would be a good place to stop. We can probably find out more next week. Like, that should be a good place to stop, right? Yeah, I gotta take a big need. I do feel my throat dying, so yeah. Oh yeah, let's look for someone to raid. uh, I don't want to raid it into anyone who's probably playing also the same game, but let me see if someone else. Nope, it's just it's just me at the moment. But I mean, Rui was here, so I could probably raid into Rui. Raid out to Rui. She's oh, Rui is playing PSO2 right now. PSO2. Oh god, that's loud. But yeah, I'll just read out to Rui. Go say hi to Rui. Type this out. But yeah, we'll continue more next week. Well, we'll find out what happens next week. Who this guy is. Even though I already know because he was in the demo. But yeah, I'm noticing that they did add a lot of things after the and like other BGMs and I think I don't remember having that much of a voice acting back in the demo, so they added more. But yeah, the plot thickens. Yeah, the plot thickens. It does. Oh yeah, go and say hi. If you wanna stay and watch Rui, feel free to do so. Gonna go and rest my throat. I need to rest my throat. It's suffering. Yeah, I'll see you guys. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. Probably Thursday. I'll play Genshin for the update. But yeah, we'll see. Bye. Hey Nero, yeah, thank you for hanging out, for lurking. Yeah, I'll see you guys either if I have an idea what to do tomorrow, I'll stream. If not, we'll see.